welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at something quite specific from the online slots world. It's a game called Mega Money Multiplier from microgaming. And our mission really is to figure out why this game hits that sweet spot, that mix of old school casino feel and, well, pretty serious win potential. We want to see who it appeals to, the classic fans, the big win chasers. We've got some great info based on an article about the game itself.
Yeah, and what's really interesting, I think, is how it takes a design that looks pretty simple on the surface, but actually gives you quite a bit of depth, quite a bit of excitement. It kind of makes you question if games always need to be super complex to keep people hooked.
Exactly. That's a great point. So let's dig into that. First off, the look and feel. Mega Money Multiplier. It's pure nostalgia, right? That classic three-reel setup, 9 pay lines, you've got the BARs, the Lucky Sevens, all very familiar. Set against this sort of bright, sharp casino background, it definitely leans hard into that vintage fruit machine style.
It does, but, and this is key, even with that retro look, the way you interact with it is totally modern. The interface is clean, easy to use, works perfectly on mobile too, so it manages this blend, simple, classic look, but modern access. It worked for newcomers, but also for experienced players who just want that, direct thrill.
Right.
And that three-reel, 9-line structure. It's not just for show. It really focuses the action, makes every spin feel important.
Okay, so simple design.
Yeah.
You might think the betting's limited, but how does it cater to different players then?
Well, it's surprisingly flexible there. You can bet as low as, 15 cents? All the way up to $150 a spin. That's a huge range.
Oh, yeah.
So it really opens the door for casual play and for the high rollers. Now, the RTP, the return to player, is around 96%, which is, decent, competitive. But the real story here, I think, is the volatility. It's medium to high.
Okay, what does that mean in practice?
It means you're not getting constant little wins. There might be quieter spells. But you're playing for the potential of those bigger multiplier hits. They can really change things. So, yeah, it takes a bit of patience, maybe, but the potential reward is much higher.
That makes sense. That medium-high volatility really sets the stage for those big moments you mentioned. And the multipliers, you said, they're key. They sound like the real engine here. How do they actually work?
Right. This is where the clever part of the design comes in, I think. You have your standard symbols, sure, the BRs, the sevens. But the stars are these wild multiplier symbols. You've got 2x, 3x, 4x, and 5x. Now, the 2x can land anywhere, but the bigger ones, the 3x, 4x, 5x, they only appear on that middle reel 2.
Oh, interesting. So it focuses the attention there.
Exactly. Creates this focal point of excitement. And here's the kicker. If you get 2 or more wild multipliers on a winning line, their values multiply together. It's not just added up.
Okay. So like a 2x and a 5x isn't 7x, it's 10x.
Precisely. And that's how you can get those really huge wins. I mean, the top payout, I think it's something like 100,000 coins. That happens if you combine the 5x with 2 of the 2x multipliers.
Oh, that's a massive potential payout for a game that keeps things looking so straightforward.
Yeah.
And wasn't there something about a respin feature, too, tied into this?
Yes, exactly. And it's integrated really nicely. If you land 2 or more of those multipliers on that crucial second reel, the middle one, that reel locks in place. And the other 2 reels, 1 and 3, they spin again.
Okay.
And any wins you get during that respin, they're doubled. It's a neat little touch. Adds another layer of excitement, keeps the focus on those multipliers, but avoids needing, a whole separate complicated bonus game.
So wrapping this up, what this deep dive really shows us is, well, Mega Money Multiplier is kind of a masterclass in powerful simplicity, isn't it? It seems perfect for players who just love that direct, classic slot machine thrill, or people specifically hunting for those big multiplier wins, and, anyone who just wants flexible betting without too many complex rules. It really is that blend. You mentioned vintage look, high risk, high reward action, and those juicy multipliers.
And what I find fascinating is thinking about how it works. How does a game that deliberately cuts back on features, on bonus rounds, how does it still manage to keep players so engaged and offer potentially massive payouts?
That's a good point.
It leads to a bigger question, really, for you listening. We see so many games getting more and more complex, adding feature after feature. So what does a game like Mega Money Multiplier tell us about what players really value? Maybe there's an enduring power, perhaps even an overlooked one, in just combining that simple core gameplay with genuine high-stakes potential. Something to think about.